everyone, today I'll be reviewing this brand new series just dropped on Netflix called GyeongSeong Creature, and this series, it is from Korea, and this series has a 10 episode, but Netflix just dropped first 7 episode, and I guess there will be part 2, like last 3 episode will drop in January, and I had no idea this series was coming on Netflix. So this morning I was pleasantly surprised. Although I thought overall this series, especially, I'm gonna be honest, the production design for this series, it looked so good. I was really mesmerized by the production design. It looks so good, and especially all the costume, location, and the set pieces. Like, whoa, it looks so good. Especially the time it takes place in 1945, and we see in this series starts with this Japanese soldier in GyeongSeong. They are experimenting this on some people, and of course, if you know the creature name, I guess it's not a spoiler, I suppose. And there will be this creature in this series because the name is creature. So they are experimenting on a human, and they are getting people from the street, and they are basically experiment on them, and of course the result of the experiment is this creature. And we see also these two characters in this series, they somehow come across with each other, and we see they are also searching for some people, especially both of them, they are searching for people they are linked to, and of course searching, then these two people somehow get connected to this creature. That is the show centers around, but also this show is centers around this how this Japanese soldier, they're grabbing people from the street, and they are starving them, and they are doing this experiment on them. And this series, at a time, some of the scene is so gruesome, and it does have lot of dead body, when you watch it, like the body piling up. I was like, oh wow, some of the scene is hard to watch. Even in episode 1, oh my goodness, all this body piling up here, I was like, this is a lot. This is a lot. But as the series goes on, the body count goes even higher, and some of the scene is really very hard to watch. I was really surprised how hard to watch it was, and especially all these torture scenes are like, whoo. That said, of course, this series slowly shows you the creature, how it looks, and some of this creature image, when it starts showing it, I was like, this creature looks really gross. I really like how this show is a mix between history and it is a horror genre, and also this romantic storyline here. I thought overall this series is actually, especially the story itself, it's quite interesting. I was like, whoa. For me personally, I really like the production design and the acting. This is what I liked most in this series. And however, the story itself, as I was saying, it is very interesting. But unfortunately, though, this series starts out some of the scene, because it's trying to show you so details, it gets very repetitive. That will turn off some people, because like some of the, especially first 3 episodes, it's actually quite slow, slowly the story progress, I will say. And some of the scene is so repetitive, especially some of this torture scene, I guess after a while you are like, whoa, is it again, things happening? Yeah, because that is the story, this torture thing is part of it. So I personally wish this was a movie, because the story is so interesting. I think they could have done it in 2 or 2 hour 15 minutes, but they are making it, this is a series. So, because they are also telling the story in 10 episodes. So some of the story, or should I say, some of the episode is really dragged. That will turn off some people, because you are like, oh, this is really boring and nothing is happening. Especially this creature itself, it's not like you are seeing it is, although it is killing people, that's not in your face. You do see this creature in this, and creature design is absolutely very scary and very gross looking to me. I'm not used to seeing horror that much, so I'm like, here too much. All this body count in this. So I personally will say this is still very interesting show. Although it is, as I was saying, the story pacing is a little bit off here. Then again, they try to show you details. But however, all the twist and turn, they are quite interesting here, especially left with huge cliffhanger. So I can't wait to see last 3 episodes. I'm guessing last 3 episodes will have a lot of action and more twist and turn. Yeah. So I will say the first 3 episodes is a little bit slow and dragged. However, as story goes on, overall it's quite interesting, honestly. Although I did get bored, if I'm being honest here, sometime here. But overall, it is interesting, and I can't wait to see last 3 episodes. And that's my thought on this. Let me know in the comment what do you think about this series. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget my other reviews on other Netflix series. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.